We're not jerks, we don't curse.
Salutations, Grime Nation. It is I, your most magnanimous host. Once again, it is that time of the week, and I am bringing you the best show on YouTube all week, and that is Grime's Great Raw Review. With me, as always, my unnamed co-host, who will be named unnamed for legal reasons, and we're gonna get right down and review Raw for you, the Grime Nation. We begin tonight with a critical announcement, and out comes the Authority. We've got all of the superstars on stage. The Authority comes out with Seth Rollins, who is still wearing his old wasty waist hair and his old wasty waist outfit. I don't understand. You are a professional now, Seth Rollins. You are with the Authority. You should act and dress accordingly. So the Authority says that the next champion could be on the stage, to which I reply, obviously, because John Cena is on the stage. Anyway, they make a battle royal for tonight that is going to have all the superstars on the stage, minus those wasty wastes, Ambrose and Roman Reigns, and whoever wins the battle royal gets one of the empty spots for the Money in the Bank ladder match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It's going to be John Cena. Sweet Sassy Molassy, they said John Cena is not allowed to be in this match, but instead, he has to fight the Demon Kane in a stretcher match in the main event of tonight's show, because of course John Cena belongs in the main event of the show, and if he wins that match, which obviously, when has Kane ever beaten John Cena, if he wins that match, then he gets a spot, secures a spot in that Money in the Bank ladder match for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. It's gonna happen. And then we cut back to the ring, and Kane just kind of wanders out on stage, looking all grandpa confused, senile old man, like, my music's playing, I guess I'm here, I don't know why, and then we go to commercial. This was a wasty waste. And the first match of the night is Dolph Ziggler in the first hour, where he belongs, versus Seth Rollins, who still has that terrible music. You are more professional now, Seth Rollins. Get better music, fix your ring gear, and please fix your hair. But this match could not even conclude in a professional manner because Dean Ambrose wanders out and attacks Seth Rollins. But that's okay, because Triple H, the mental genius that he is, the Game, the King of Kings, is one step ahead of you, Dean Ambrose, and he sends out one of my favorites, Bad News Barrett. So we get an impromptu match between Dean Ambrose and Bad News Barrett, and then Seth Rollins, being the architect, being the genius that he is, distracts Dean Ambrose, who gets counted out, and Bad News Barrett wins the match. Yeah! But being the unprofessional he is, Dean Ambrose has to come back in the ring and attack Bad News Barrett. This is pure, unsportsmanlike conduct. So backstage, we see Vicky Guerrero, and she is doing her job diligently, going to bring coffee to the Authority, and then Roman Reigns is distracting her by being an unprofessional wasty waste, and tells her that she forgot something at the coffee, so she goes away, and then that seriously unprofessional, should lose his job over this, Roman Reigns, tinkers with the coffee. This is clearly illegal. This is clearly some kind of drug he is putting in this coffee, and they should consider getting the police involved in this matter. Then we cut to the Wyatts doing a wasty waste Wyatt promo, and they all kind of sound the same, and it's the stupid public domain song, and nobody cares. But never fear, Grime Nation, because here comes Sheamus, and he likes to fight, fella. So then there's a match between Bray Wyatt and Sheamus, and those unprofessional, wasty Wyatts are trying to interfere with the awesomeness that is Sheamus, and thankfully, the Usos come down to help Sheamus? I thought the Usos were John Cena's friends. Why are you sealing Mr. Cena's friends, Sheamus? This is not professional. So the match ends up being a disqualification, and it's just a schmoz, and whatever, moving on. We cut back to the back, and Vicky delivers the coffee to Steph, but unfortunately gets in the way of Mr. H's and spills the coffee, and he does not get his coffee, so he has to get another coffee, and Steph drinks the tainted coffee that was tainted by Roman Reigns, the unprofessional wasty waste. Sweet Sassy Molassy, we come back from break, and Stephanie is still drinking that coffee. They are hammering this point home pretty hard. We saw her drink it the first time. Production team, you don't need to show her drinking it again. Going to the ring, we have the now one-man band, baby. Heath Slater because his compatriots are no longer employed. Sweet sassy molassy, Grime Nation. It seems that somebody there is watching my shows, somebody there is paying attention because Lana did not come out to her own thing and do her little strumpet strut on the catwalk there. It didn't happen. They're finally listening to Grime, who is always right. So it seems like we can finally move away from racist Rusev because now he is just squashing Heath Slater. Alright, Grime Nation, I almost can't talk about this segment because it disturbed me to my very core. I was sick to my stomach to see one of the bosses in the Authority being sick in the bathroom and spraying some kind of a vomit tea material all over Vicky Guerrero. I almost lost my breakfast, lunch, and dinner all over the floor, Grime Nation. I almost had to change the channel. This was the most disturbing thing I have seen on TV in a very long time. So because of this, now Vicky is in charge of the show, and she unwisely puts Roman Reigns in that battle royal to win that spot at Money in the Bank. I think you know where it is going to progress from here, Grime Nation. Then we go backstage to Renee Young, who is interviewing the guest host. And if you ask me, Grime Nation, I am very upset that the era of guest hosting is over, because I loved and enjoyed having guest hosts on Raw every week. Having Piven, having Buzz Aldrin, having all these amazing C-tier celebrities host Raw every week was the highlight of my week. And I hope one day Vince will see to it to have guest hosts on Raw again every week, because I loved it. Yeah. So our guest host comes down to join us on commentary, and the match is supposed to be a mixed tag match, Fandango and Layla versus Summer Rae and that wasty waste Adam Rose. And at some point, Summer Rae and Layla kind of brawl and then run away, and it turns into a singles match instead of being a mixed tag match. At that point, the match should have ended, but no, they allow it to keep going, and then Fandango gets squashed by Adam Rose. What a colossal wasty waste. And then, the guest host, Kevin Hart, who I had enjoyed up until this point, joins along with the Rosebuds. He becomes a Rosebud. This is... moving on! Alright, Grime Nation, it is hour 3. Holy tuna fish, it is time for a battle royal, and I love battle royals. Unfortunately, this battle royal also contained Roman Reigns, who was not even supposed to be there because he was barred, and I don't understand how Vicky can overrule the Authority, who already said clearly that him and Ambrose were not allowed in this match. So your final two in this battle royal were Roman Reigns, obviously, and Rusev, who, that, I guess, makes him a little bit racist. I don't know, maybe that evens out from not being racist earlier in the night, squashing Heath Slater, and now he's fighting a Samoan. But anyway, predictably, Roman Reigns wins his battle royal, securing him a spot in that Money in the Bank ladder match. But never fear, Grime Nation, the show is not over yet. And then, the most hilarious part of the night, it's the John Cena promo, and he's just on fire, he's killing it, he's giving one of the greatest promos of his career, ha ha! Alright, so the Funkadactyls come out, Brodus Clay is no longer in this company. Why are the Funkadactyls still from Planet Funk when the man who was from Planet Funk went back to his home planet of funk? I don't understand why that theme song is still living. I don't understand why the Funkadactyls are still a thing. And I don't understand why the one who is not a good wrestler is fighting Paige. In addition, during this match of Paige versus Cameron, which Paige won, by the way, obviously, why was Cameron pulling so many heel maneuvers? Why was she being a heel when the Funkadactyls have traditionally been a face team because they're on that Diva show? This was all very confusing to me, Grime Nation. Somebody explain it to me. Alright, Grime Nation. Last week, we were teased that Goldust would have a new partner that he has never seen before. And Cody Rhodes promised he would have an amazing partner. Then, in the pre-match promo, Goldust says his partner is super galactic. Is he Beastie Boy? Anyway, we move on to the match, and his partner is Stardust, which is so blatantly Cody Rhodes in face paint. You are not fooling me, Cody Rhodes. I know it is you. In addition, it seems like Cody Rhodes has been playing way too much original Nintendo because he is copying Starman from NES Wrestling. Anyway, they fight Rybaxel and they defeat Rybaxel, proving that they are an amazing tag team, I guess. But never mind that, we're on to the main event, John Cena versus Kane, with John Cena where he should rightfully be, holy tuna fish, in the main event. I'm excited. This would not be a John Cena match without some odds to overcome. And that happened when Randy Orton and Seth Rollins came out to interfere in the match. I cannot agree with this. I think Randy Orton is a professional. I think Seth Rollins is on his way to being a professional. Why would they not want John Cena in the main event? That is the spirit of true competition. Anyway, Dean Ambrose wanders out, and I will tell you, Mr. Ambrose, Cena does not need your help to overcome 4, 5, 6, 10 men. He's John Cena. He doesn't need your help. We see another feat of John Cena's superhuman strength, taking those 5,000-pound steel steps and tossing them at Kane and knocking him out. And as I predicted, Grime Nation, John Cena does a devastating attitude adjustment to Kane onto the stretcher and then pushes him over the finish line, and John Cena wins. He is now qualified for the Money in the Bank ladder match at Money in the Bank for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And spoilers, Grime Nation, he's gonna win. So that's gonna do it for this week's Grime's Great Raw Review. I hope you enjoyed it. Any Raw that ends with John Cena's music playing gets a 5 out of 5. A 6 out of 5, a 10 out of 5. It gets the best score you can give it. I loved it. It was a great Raw, and I will see you next week for Grime's Great Raw Review. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, tweet, tout, retweet, Reddit, Facebook, Foursquare, Instagram, Telegram, Sonogram, and Carrier Pigeon, the undisputed action figure champion of the known universe. It has been nailed.